serve Revan in the Mandalorian Wars. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when you're the Sith, you speak truly. Tell me. Paragus. There are no more Jedi, except I. Like you, they turned from the Order, and now only I remain. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize whatever force they can. You offer your... The Jedi is...
This one actually led to some other things.
Nor would I wish to. I need nothing from you, except I have yours. Yet here you are. It was too... So you said, so long ago. I didn't believe it then. You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine. So when you returned, you were brought before us. There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. So I would never forget. Indeed, a lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, I have always kept it. I have kept it, so I would never forget. It is not yours. It is a symbol of something great, but I am not unsympathetic to your feeling. Yet you gave the Council no other. So your choice was to meet the aggression of the man. Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, by meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible... No, you lost yourself, and you lost your way. It is the price of action without reflection. It is what we were taught as Jedi. There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite. A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in... You do not know... How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died. It was only a battle, exile, nothing more. You had lost the true war long ago. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in So answer me. If you can... Your ship? Ah, the Ebon... Ah, you have not... Do you know? No, you... Without... Telos, the other... How is it that you are not content? Ruin... The Sith? You speak, tell me. Parag, you If these... You offer your aid. The Jedi is not something you embrace out of fear. Perhaps. There are others in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat. If you can find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be stronger for it. Take your ship, seek them out. If you find them, encourage them to gather on Dantooine. From there, we can call a council and see what can be done. Then I shall send you on your way.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us.
Okay. I don't actually think I can provoke confrontation.
The exile brought
Forgive me, mistress, but I must... Did you...
the Jedi as all the day but now.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
She has my sword. Give it back. Oh god, sorry. Well, at least this time it's not bugged.
Why have you approached? I would welcome... Oh, yeah. Very well. Before... All duels between us, your feet, also... The fight, also in... The left...
No. Is he hurting me so badly? Stop missing! Oh my god.
You have succeeded. Very... You may... Then let him...
I took way too much damage there. No, listen.
You have succeeded.
Did you find what you came?
Wisdom.
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this... This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something... There is a Jedi here, perhaps. Yet there are no students. And this woman, this... Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by... No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive. Invade the mind of another? It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
What? That's a horrible thing to say, but I may gain some influence on her, and I'm probably not gonna act on it. I'm just
Ah,
gonna...
killing such a one could prove difficult and unwise. Yet she distracts you, that is clear, and that may be reason enough. Such
Oh god.
direct action is not always the best way. It is a far greater, yet all that lives feels. Why, you, of course. You be her foil, her challenge, and eventually she will see things your way. Oh, yes. Natural leaders do such. Very well. He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here.
I'm sorry. Lost con. I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored. What is this place? This must be where I had detected the energy readings. This room, this place.
Why do I have like two horrible options?
I am, General. If you wish, I... Very well.
Take you. And take you. Didn't gain any influence with her. Even become saying something that was horrible. I don't know. Too very much hate it. Probably gonna kill her. But not yet. He's so cute. Well, not much to do here. Why am I not having any gear on them now? Somehow this looks different. Oh, finally we can get on with our lives. Oh, I forgot to
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Oh.
Left? But why? Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me, but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
So she's not a board.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What is the machine saying? We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
To choose my mission.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out. And so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
I thought there would be more to it.
Much to find.
You are correct, Kaval. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there. More like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
That's kind of coincidence.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
She is.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, fuck off.
Me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General.
The cargo
Still
hold is
calling me
enough.
General?
I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself. It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Because I don't have it.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that. I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior. I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I... Good. Now let's... You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been... Not bad. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know.
But I can't leave it right now, can I?
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something?
Sure.
Why did you decide to fight?
That's the bad thing.
I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but do you know how it...
Kind of.
It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blind. I just needed... Was there something you... Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry.
Oh, welcome, Exile. Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm. There is an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters. Yet it comes to you. It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see. You may have... She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. That is not all she said. Atris says that you fell to the dark... Atris says when the Dark Lord read... So it was a matter of choice then. If Atris has erred in her evaluation of your motivation... I believe that is the extent of her expressed feeling. Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly... Without having seen you and Atris fight, battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline. Then her expressed feeling. Perhaps it may... In battle, the words are swept away, giving... You may... I honor the face of my mother. It is not something usual. Yes, that is correct. I feel that I may trust you with such things, so I shall speak of it, if you wish to hear it. Though my father's blood I share with my sisters, I wear the face of my mother. My father... He left our family to serve in the Mandalorian Wars, but his choice was not because of battle. He went to join my mother, one whose movements and spirit matched his. His only desire was that they fight together, side by side, for as long as there were enemies amassed against them. I never saw her face, and she did not return from the final battle of the war. She died in the battle that shattered. My father returned from the Mandalorian Wars, and did not enter battle again. He entered politics, a caste where one's battles are fought through words rather... He was slain by Revan in the Jedi Civil War. When Revan sought to destabilize the Ichani worlds, Revan succeeded. The fact that our father chose battle is not shameful, but that is not the reason he went to war. He went to war to be with the one he loved, but not the one he had pledged himself to. He was disloyal. I am the mark of that disloyalty. It is said that such things run in the blood, and and I have fought long to prove that this is not so. That is why I am different from my sisters. Yet I am pledged to them, and Atris, and I would die before betraying them. I tell you this in trust, and ask that you not speak. Because when my father returned from the Mandalorian Wars, he walked as you do now. He did not speak of what had happened there, and with us, he was... When I look upon you, I see in you an answer to a question I have searched for all. I do not believe you to be the monster Atris made you out to be. I believe your choice was my father's choice, and it was just as difficult. You have earned my trust. I wish to honor the trust you have shown me, and I wish to explain what you meant to me. I know it is difficult for others to see why I am here, but it was important that you know one of the reasons, and know that it is not simply duty that I am here. I want to fight with you side by side for as long as there are enemies that threaten you. You honor me. You may... We attend Atris. It is the... I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true. That is not entirely correct. Perhaps, once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may... There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedis... I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on stance, form, discipline are a means of it. It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing. Like weaving, she spoke through battles and tactics in a way one could never do in words. She showed her heart at Malachor V. I believe she was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it. Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had What stronger display than death, for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and see... You may have.
God.
Training is something reserved for certain caste members of the Acham. I do not understand how you and Atris fight, but I will instruct. All Ichani fighting principles rely on foundations. If one does not understand the most basic of fighting moves, it is similar to learning the alphabet of a language. As a foundation, I will instruct you in our elementary movements. The body itself is the first. It is not something that can be described. Let us use only your hands and feet. Very well.
How did I gain dark zone? Why did she take off all of those? Hey, don't knock me down.
You fought well indeed. You have caught the principles of the style by watching and anticipating my movements. I now have a favor to ask you. The weapon the Jedi use, the Force. It is not something you can see or fight, yet the Jedi use it and struggle. Please. Yes? I am training, so that...
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him. That too. That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos. Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology, I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you. His stance, in many ways, mirrors... The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved. Yes, I do. His... You may ask. Before entering Atris's service, yes, it is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name.
Oh, that's a worse thing to say.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, when importance is placed on the self, then by such acts, the galaxy... I do not know. That is a question. You may have...
God damn it!
It does not seem to bother you.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, on something.
Yes? I do not think you are ready for further instruction.
What?
Each movement of our... Duels among the Ichani are rituals. Your modesty has no place in combat, even the youngest of the Ichani. It is the way of the Ichani to be able to read their opponents, to know where an opponent is going to... Ichani battle, the most only... You are already If you do not know you are doing it, then training will make you a dangerous opponent indeed. Come, as we fight more, I will teach you. Do not think about predicting my movements. You are doing better. At first I was afraid that your awareness of your own ability might ruin it, but that is not... You learn quickly. Perhaps it is your connection to the Force that allows... Now you fight as an Ichani warrior.
Just
How
talk to
many
the
more
bitch
do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
Why?
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
I like to say that, but I mean, only a few of them are.
Do not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not... I am too old for friends. And when the years settle upon you, you will dispense with such words. No? I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with the... They obey you because you are... Have you noticed what has been happening? They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves... Watch them carefully. See their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey.
I mean, I kind of want some influence with her.
I am but a mirror, whose only purpose... I care not which of the words you use, as long as you make use... That was Revan's way, I believe. A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
Fuck you.
Ask. There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the... Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. But I will abide her presence. She... Because Atris is a threat. And as much as she would try to use us against you, so may do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage. Good. That... You are spending time with the servant of Atris. I knew her mother. She was a Jedi Knight, a master, named... Jedi are forbidden to have children. And when the crime finally came to light almost a decade later, Kai was exiled. She joined the Mandalorian Wars after the shame of her birth was revealed.
Ah, the Jedi's. Fuck, I hate them as well.
Revan welcomed her, and she was said to be a skilled warrior, beautiful and strong in the Force. The Force flows strongly in the blood of those born from Force sensitives. I doubt that Aaron was any different. If the servant of Atris is of her blood, then the potential lies within her. If you train her, if you teach her the ways of the Jedi, you will be asking her to break her oath to Atris. It would be best not to train her, and let the bloodline die with Telos. Should she? By whose judgment should such truths be revealed? I do not have such arrogant presumptions. The Jedi separate children from their parents as they did you. It is because family exerts a powerful influence on one's development. I am merely saying that revealing such things can have profound consequences, nothing more. You must train yourself. Yet if you persist as you have, building her trust, then you will be training her, whether you know it or not, until the choice is hers, not yours. Before you continue questioning me, I hope your thoughts in the matter concerning this servant of Egg. Spend time with her if you must, but recognize where your true loyalties lie, to the galaxy. So then perhaps I was mistaken in my judgment. Never have you wondered what it would mean in the Ichani rituals if the two of you sparred and fought, and you won, completely and utterly? If perhaps she would give in, surrender herself to you? Few are the thoughts that can hide in the shadows of your mind. Exile. And such passions are not strength, but erosion. No? Then perhaps I... Very well.
Oh, that the old bird. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. She's actually a very interesting character. Really one that's
You know, I noticed a glow before, but now it's brighter out. You've come a long way since Paragus, and despite all we've been through, it shows. All right.
Oh fuck, I forgot to talk with one of the handmaidens. That would give a clue to him. Shit. Ah. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it off for today. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you another day maybe. Have a good one.